Guys, I can't cope anymore. It's just unbelievable. Like, this world is just like a snake pit. Like, it's just crazy. Everything is just trash. Like, nothing is helpful. Everything is a problem. My schizophrenic family is just screaming and screeching all the time. I have to plug my ears until my fingers turn red, and I'm just losing my mind. Like, there's no jobs. There's just no way out. Like, there is no way out of this. It seems like, how is this even possible? Like, I don't understand. Like, there should be some way to get the situation going. There should be some way to improve the situation, but there's just nothing. Like, nothing seems to work. And I just don't know what to do anymore. I just don't know what to do. It's like this. The other day I was at the office, like the welfare office, and I was there because I couldn't get a job, and I was like, might as well go there and see what happens. And I was talking with the guy, the clerk, and I was basically telling him about my situation. And the guy was like, why aren't you already on welfare? And I was like, because I want to work. And he just looked at me like that was the stupidest thing he's ever heard. And I even thought to myself, I was like, I mean, this was this like a normal thing? Was I supposed to be on welfare this whole time? Because I thought welfare was like for people who had problems or issues that like made them so that they couldn't work and stuff. I couldn't know just anybody could get on it. And it seems like that's the case. It seems like anybody can get on it. And this entire time, I was basically a sucker for just not taking it. And this guy just told me, like, I don't judge anybody. Like, this is a developed country. Like, the sky is the limit. And you kind of know it's over when the best someone has to tell you is, like, this is a developed country. Like, I guess it is. I guess that's great. But, like, this sky is the limit stuff. It's like, dude, I think you're kind of exaggerating. Like, we're not touching the sky anywhere near that here. Like, things are not that great. Like, I guess we're not getting killed by warlords in the streets, but, like, calm down. Like, the sky is the limit. Like, who's gonna tell him that? Who's gonna tell him, like, things are not that great at all? Like, but I mean, I guess it's okay. But basically, yeah, you kind of realize that I could have taken welfare this whole time, and maybe they'll give it to me. I'm still not sure they will or not, and we'll see. I mean, but there's something like there's something kind of gross about that, because it's kind of like the government spitting in my face, telling me that all the efforts, all the wanting to find a job and wanting to do things the right way, all of that was just a stupid idea anyway. Wasn't worth anything basically, and I should have just collected welfare anyway. Which I guess they're right, but I don't know. I just feel like my efforts are kind of getting cheapened, but I mean whatever. So it's kind of yeah. But now we're gonna see where that goes. I'm still gonna try to find a job and see where that goes, but for now we got that covered, and you know um other than that, like, I basically just been wandering the streets and trying to think about something to do because I'm just so lost in everything. And there's just this church, I've talked about this church before, but there's basically this old church that was abandoned for many, many years until it recently got turned into like a restaurant slash nightclub bar kind of thing. And it's just so ironic because this church, who's supposed to be like the house of God and all that stuff, it had like the windows lit with red lights. It looked like they had like a gateway to hell on the inside. There was like insane music, like just perverted music. The people were coming in and out of the building just the most embarrassing, like cosmopolitan weirdo people who just brag about how much drugs they take, about how much sex they're having, about how much they're cheating on their boyfriends, about like how much money they're making and how much they're scamming some person or doing some bizarre thing, and they're all cackling about it and laughing about it as if it was some kind of great thing. They're all on alcohol, drunk out of their minds, they're vomiting everywhere. It's like, Jesus Christ. I mean, it's so ironic. Like, is this what kind of society are we living in, where people are turning churches into nightclubs and just spewing this stuff everywhere? I mean, what the hell is even this? This is like, what are we even supposed to think about us, about this time of the world? I feel like this is just bizarre. I mean, someone would be just totally justified in being hopeless about the current situation, just being disgusted and distrustful of anything that has a similar origin to this like moral parody of these people in this church. It's just so ridiculous. And I'm not religious necessarily. I know that other religious figures like popes, like I think there's a pope that turned the Vatican into like a brothel or some weird thing like that. So I know, they're not perfect. Nobody's perfect, but I still feel like something was lost. Like it's like there's something very disturbing about this entire place, this entire situation, and like they basically just turned this church, who is, by the way, one of the most beautiful buildings around. Like, it stands out, from the other like block-like, cheap, uninspired like concrete buildings around it. So it's a unique building. It was just abandoned for this long time, and now they basically bring it back only to like insult it and defile it by turning it into like this brothel for drunks and gluttons and whoever the hell wants to do whatever in there. So I just think it's kind of bizarre, I guess. There's something absurd about it, but I mean, it is what it is. It is what it is. But yeah, after that, basically, I walked away from that place, and I walked a little bit further, and until I couldn't quite hear the people screaming and stuff. I couldn't really hear it anymore, and I actually saw a woman on the side of the street, and she was just standing there, and it was raining actually, and she was just standing there wearing like a robe and high heels, and I thought it was kind of strange because she was just standing there all alone, not moving, and I didn't know if like someone had dropped her off and forgot about her, or if she was waiting for someone, or if she had to leave someplace in a hurry or something. But I basically thought to myself, like in that moment, if that church, was still a church and not a nightclub, maybe someone would come and inquire about her situation. Maybe someone would come and offer some help or something. But now that, this church, this place became a nightclub, nobody cares anymore. And she has to stay all alone under the rain. I don't know. I feel like that's just so fitting, and you can only imagine like this person probably came here to have some fun. Maybe she's even from that place, and in a way, she kind of like suffered the consequences of the kind of action that she's partaking in, like this pleasure-seeking type of stuff. This is kind of the punishment that comes after it, And I don't want to be too dramatic and all that stuff, but I know there's just something kind of disturbing about people just laughing and bragging about like money and all and drugs, and I just think it's so like it's not the stuff we need. It's not. We need help. We need honest people. We need helpful, altruistic people. We don't need like these narcissistic, bragging people who somehow have so much money. I don't know where they even got it. Who are just flexing on everybody and think they're better than everybody. We don't need these people, especially with the amount of gaslighters we have around us. Like, it's crazy. all these people in the media, like the same type of people, like it's always the same type, like these rich assholes who just want to gaslight everybody. Like these people don't care at all because they got theirs, like they don't care about you. They probably sleep like babies and they wake up in the morning, they put on their 3-piece suits who cost like $10,000. They say goodbye to their spoiled children who hate them and to their trophy wife who's cucking them. They go in their Lamborghini and drive to the studio. When they get there, there's some anchor with a full face of makeup who just tells them, "Sir, we need your help. How do we solve this problem?" And the guy's like, "Yes, yes, we just have to work hard. We just have to get it together." And like, you're getting paid $1 million for that. Like, these people are getting paid millions for this stuff. Are you serious? Like, this is totally real. I mean, even if it's not that ridiculous, even if it's not that embarrassing of a thing, there's so many jobs, there's so many people nowadays that basically just do this. Basically just go on tours and places and just spread these lies and these like platitudes and somehow make so much money. Like, I just don't understand it. I just think it's such an indictment on everybody. I mean, how can we accept these people? How can we admire these people? How can we be so gullible to believe that any of these people are providing any kind of value? Like, people just seem to like, this is the age where we just worship stupidity and appearances and aesthetics, and we don't actually reward any of the substantive people, any of the hardworking people who are actually producing things. I mean, everybody spends all day like watching these narcissistic celebrities and all these people on TikTok and on social media doing all these absurd antics, and they're just passionate about that. It's so cool. Apparently, whatever Jake Paul or whoever these clowns like Mr. Beast, I don't even know who these people are watching anymore, but whatever bizarre thing they're doing apparently is so important. But like, have any of these people even like ever paid attention to the people who make their food, to the people who actually work, to the people who wake up every day alone and go to sleep alone, who actually work hard and give away their lives and their youth to actually make the society go round? Nobody cares about these people, and all these people are largely men that are just completely ignored and that have nothing in life and just give away whatever little they have to maybe survive, and by consequence just making the society keep go round and round, and nobody cares about them. Nobody genuinely cares about them, at least. Everybody wants to virtue signal and pretend like they're some good person, but nobody actually wants to do anything. Because I guess since forever, I mean, men had to do everything themselves. You know, there's nobody to save us. Who the hell is supposed to save us? If we're in a dump, we have to somehow pull ourselves out of it. So there's no savior, there's no grace, there's nothing. And I mean, what are we even supposed to do at this point? Like, I think to myself, like, what are we even supposed to do? Because there is no opportunity, there is no gate to anything greater. There's just no way. And these people, and it's getting pathetic at this point, because like, it's getting ridiculous, because these people don't even have anything new to say to you. If you ask any of these people, like, what do I do? What should I do now? They'll give you all the same ridiculous stuff that I always complain about. Like, go to the gym, get a job. Like, it's like none of this stuff is actually available or doable anymore. Like, so many people are just in complete destitution. There's just no way out. Like, you're just, school is just terrible and like unmanageable for so many people. It's just not it. All these cushy jobs, everybody's running and in the door, cramming themselves to get one of these cushy jobs. If you don't have the right diploma, it's basically impossible. Like, it's just not it. Like, it's just not doable. It's just not sustainable, and I don't know what we're supposed to do anymore. But I don't know. Hopefully, we figure it out at some point. But we'll see.